Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 behind-the-scenes facts about Turning Red.
I'll never not be alright, alright.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most interesting details surrounding Pixar's latest release. What's your favorite thing about Turning Red? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. The fourth wall is broken.
I wear what I want, say what I want, and I will not hesitate to do a spontaneous cartwheel if I feel so moved.
From Ferris Bueller to Deadpool, there are plenty of great examples of movie characters breaking that fourth wall and talking to the viewers.
Oh, hello. I know, right?
However, until Mei-Lin Mei Lee in Turning Red, it had never really happened in a Pixar movie.
I'm Mei-Lin Lee, and ever since I turned 13, I've been doing my own thing, making my own moves, 24/7, 365.
We're not talking about subtle glances, narration, or those funny animated bloopers. We mean having the character look straight at the camera and bluntly address the viewers during the story. Mei does just that towards the start of the film, letting us all know what she's about and making it clear that we're in for a truly special ride.
Oh, about that hustle, am I right?
Number 9. Turning Red isn't director Domishi's first Pixar project. People who went to see Incredibles 2 in 2018 were also treated to a Pixar short called Bao. It follows a Chinese-Canadian mother who cares for a steamed bao bun that comes to life. And the story's heartwarming message touched hearts everywhere. She had been working at Pixar for years as a storyboard artist, but Bao was her first time at the helm in such a big way.
Normally, I'm a story artist. I was storyboarding Bao for probably a year by myself.
She wrote and directed the approximately 8-minute-long work, which showcased her talents and left people wanting more. It was very well received, even earning the Oscar for Best Animated Short Film at the 91st Academy Awards. Clearly, this marked the start of something beautiful.
Being able to finally share Turning Red with the world reminds me that if you stay true to who you are, you'll find yourself in a place that feels more than right.
Number 8. Red pandas reign supreme.
Any strong emotion will release the panda.
Abby, hit me.
Did you know that when red pandas get spooked and want to protect themselves, they tend to stand on their hind legs and put their hands up? Rumor has it that this surprising fact informed Mei's furry transformation.
Are you a werewolf?
No, what?
He's a red panda! Sick.
You're so fluffy! You're so fluffy!
I've always wanted a tail.
Apparently, it was incorporated into the film, with the protagonist putting her hands up when she's scared. But that definitely isn't the only ode to the adorable animals that you'll find in the movie. In fact, there are panda-inspired elements everywhere, with things like signs and statues taking cues from and referencing the creatures.
Our ancestors had a mystical connection with red pandas.
Are you kidding me?
This little quirk runs in our family.
We can always trust Pixar to run with a theme, and Turning Red is no exception. Number 7. Music plays a big role.
The glue that holds these characters together in Turning Red is this boy band called
Yes! Fortown!
Turning Red paints a picture of what it was like growing up in the early 2000s. That means having the music and boy bands to match.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a thought. Tell me why.
So production enlisted modern-day icons Billie Eilish and Phineas O'Connell to help create the perfect soundtrack. The powerhouse sibling duo have talked about the impact Pixar films had on their lives, so it's only fitting that they wrote some songs for this one.
One that's more of a love ballad.
And the team did not phone it in when crafting the very important fictional band Fortown either.
You never know, oh my mind, oh my, oh my.
O'Connell is actually one of the members, and another is voiced by none other than Jordan Fisher. The music is sure to elicit strong feelings of nostalgia for those who grew up in the early aughts.
It's gonna be me.
Number 6. The movie is set in Toronto. As Canadians ourselves, we can't tell you what it means to see Timbits in a major motion picture.
Breakfast is ready. No sugar.
Director Domi Shi was born in China, but she moved to Canada at a young age, and her family ultimately chose Toronto as their home.
The goal is to have it be based in personal experience, and I don't know if Domi has come clean, but it's a little autobiographical, this story.
The inspiration behind Turning Red comes from my own life growing up as a dorky Chinese-Canadian girl in Toronto, Canada.
Her upbringing seemingly influences much of her work, which explains why Turning Red is set in her hometown.
I'm officially a grown-up, at least according to the Toronto Transit Commission.
After all, it's where she grew up and where she had many of the experiences that inspired the movie. If you've never been, the film will undoubtedly pique your interest. But for inhabitants of the city, the location is sure to make the viewing experience extra personal, as they'll see their home on screen.
What results is a hilarious and heartwarming adventure that will take audiences all over Toronto, from Chinatown to the Sky Dome, or as you now know it, the Rogers Centre.
They say you should write what you know, and that's exactly what she did. Save for the becoming a panda part, of course. Number 5. Mei Li's glasses are groundbreaking.
Let the fun begin.
This movie features a number of firsts for Pixar, one of which involves Mei and her glasses.
I know, it's a lot, but I don't got time to mess around.
Turning Red is reportedly only the third feature film from Pixar, not Disney Animation, to feature a protagonist who wears glasses. The previous two were Up and Soul. However, Mei differs from Carl Fredricksen and Joe Gardner in the fact that she's a girl. Of course, there are other notable cases to be cited, like Sadness in Inside Out and Edna Mode in The Incredibles.
So, you want me to just stand here?
Hey, it's not my place to tell you how to do your job.
But they're arguably not the main characters. It may seem like a relatively minor thing, but there's no doubt that seeing Mei rock her glasses will help a lot of self-conscious tweens and teens out there feel more confident.
My whole life I've been perfect little Mei Mei. But maybe I like this new me.
Number 4. The colors hold deep meaning.
I'm a gross red monster! Don't look at me! Stay back!
This happened already?
What did you say?
Obviously, the panda is red, but the importance of color in the film goes a lot deeper than that. As production designer Rona Liu tells it, Mei was their starting point. Once it was established that her overall color palette would be red, the rest came relatively naturally. We can notably see the thoughtful choices at play in the mother-daughter relationship that's at the heart of the film.
Do you know how dangerous this is?
Mom, just trust me on this. My whole life I've been perfect little Mei Mei.
People have all kinds of sides to them, Mei.
Liu explained that they reflect the tension between Mei and her mom Ming visually, by putting the latter character in a diametrically opposed hue, emerald green.
Check it out.
Today, honor student. Tomorrow, UN Secretary General.
It's interesting to note that our young protagonist's room is also predominantly green, further amplifying the ways in which her mother has molded her world.
I'm calm. Zen. Yes! No!
Number 3. Rosalie Chang wasn't supposed to be the final voice of Mei Li. Because the process takes so long to complete, animated movies often bring in a temporary actor to voice a lead until they cast the part. Usually, the roles ultimately go to big names. In the case of Turning Red, that temporary voice actor was Rosalie Chang herself, who ended up voicing the lead.
I literally came of age while recording for this film. And I think just being super messy, making mistakes, having all these imperfections, trying my best to embrace the red panda, I think I was able to empathize with Mei and realize, we're not that different.
But she was a hit, with people praising how she brought Mei to life. Plus, the crew loved her.
While I may not turn into a giant red panda when I get excited, like my character Mei Lin, probably a good thing because I am so excited to be here. We do share a lot in common.
Producer Lindsay Collins said that all things considered, casting her ended up being, quote, natural choice. In other words, Chang was irreplaceable.
This is gonna be the best year ever! And nothing's gonna get in my way.
Number 2. Mei Lee knows about Toy Story.
I'm gonna let go, and you're gonna be chill. Got that? Chill.
As you now know, Turning Red takes place in the early 2000s. Well, Pixar's first Toy Story movie came out in 1995.
Buzz Lightyear, the world's greatest superhero, now the world's greatest toy!
So the question on everyone's mind is, do Mei and her friends know about Woody and the gang? According to director Domi Shi, the answer is yes. The film does indeed take place within the Toy Story universe.
So there is a Lightyear Easter egg or two in there. I'm gonna say yes, they do know about Toy Story, which is very like meta and weird to
It is weird, right? It is meta and weird.
They are in the same universe. I'm just gonna make that canon right now.
She even admits to including a few relevant Pixar Easter eggs, including one for the studio's next film, Lightyear.
Hello, Buzz.
The only thing we need to know now is whether Mei is more of a Woody or Buzz girl. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The film was made by Pixar's first woman-led team. Of all the Turning Red firsts, this is the most significant.
They were just given a lot of room and a lot of support to tell Domi's story. And that's what I think is also so fantastic. You know, it's an all-female-led team. I mean, I think Domi might be the first female director for a Pixar movie.
Domi Shi is the first woman and first woman of color to direct a Pixar feature-length film on her own. Brenda Chapman's work on Brave only earned her a co-directing credit. While that is a huge accomplishment, it was definitely time for a woman to captain a project all the way through by herself.
My friends, my colleagues, my community. They've helped fuel my drive and given me more than I need to take on an ever-changing life.
And Turning Red features an amazing female first beyond just she herself. It's also the first Pixar movie to have a female-led creative team.
Women that have inspired me in my job are actually women that I'm working with all the time at Pixar. I feel like I'm surrounded by these incredibly impressive women.
This fostered an open and supportive culture where the women felt understood while discussing their own experiences, thus helping to authentically build Mei's world. That is some serious girl power.
I'm a freak!
We love you, Mei.
You're our girl.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.